What's up, everyone? Today we are going to be utilizing our Cadillac to pick up the 318. That's right, the 318 is finally going home after sitting there for what seems like an eternity. It's time to really have some fun. So let's go ahead and see if the Cadillac can also be used not only for a children hauler, but an engine hauler. All right, let's get this thing home, guys. Guys, so not only am I really excited that the Cadillac can fit engines in the back, we need to upgrade the springs or something. She went quite a bit. And probably has something to do with the fact it needs brand new, the air suspension is pretty rough. Anyways, we need to look at how we can make this to be able to handle bigger engines. But it's in. That means, like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed going up to Nick's. I can't wait to go back up to Nick's someday in the future, but right now I am really just freaking over the moon. I am so stoked that the 318's going home, and that we're mounting it to an 8833 manual transmission. Oh man, I love this Satellite every day more and more. I love this Cadillac. If you guys are in the market for a new dadmobile, you want something to haul precious cargo in the back seats and some pretty sweet cargo in the rear, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's made it a little bit cooler that it's got a Mopar in it now. No, I'm just kidding. I love, if it's an engine and it's, you know, the LS engines, I love all these things. So it's a joke, guys. But yeah, she's ready to go home now. We just smooth sailing now. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna stop and get something to eat and see if the missus would like me to pick her up like a sub or something on the way, and get little sandwiches for the little ones. All right, so we will catch you guys when this thing's home. And yes, it does fit like a glove. You know, that's not going anywhere. That's solid stuff right there. I don't know how this is just so solid. It's just like it's floating in midair. I can't see any ratchet straps. I didn't know they were camo until I started opening them. I'm like, why are they camo? But yeah, they blend right in. So that's the extra feature. If someone ever walked in the back of this thing, they'd be like, hey, look, the thing is just, this engine is so balanced, it's stable as it sits. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, the next part is we got to go ahead and take the engine out of the Cadillac. I got to say, I love this thing. It's just like a magical thing. Where did the engine go? I thought the truck started feeling a little bit more peppy on the way home, but you'd think I'd realize that I lost the engine. Huh. Maybe the Cadillac is actually a good luck charm. Maybe it teleported it. I don't know. That doesn't seem possible. What is this, like Fonzie? Oh yeah. Boom! I had you guys fooling there for a second. I bet you thought I was like, snap of the fingers, it's in there. No, we have the 318 back in its home, and we are going to start working on the A833 transmission. Now, I now have two of those transmission. One that I was originally going to be putting in the drift truck. That's still going to be used for the drift truck because, upon more research, very easy to realize if I paid a little bit more attention to the manual I got for it. It's an A-body one, and someone was hopping it up for some serious horsepower. So We're going to see if that thing can handle the Hemi when we're done. But I was able to find for $300 an A833. Now, that's not all you need for an actual transmission swap on this thing. You need quite a bit. But fortunately, Matt hooked us up last year with a ton of parts for the B-body. One of the big things, of course, we got tons of the individual components for the swap. The things we need to still get, of course, is the pedal assembly, a rebuild kit. I did find a couple rebuild kits last night online, and there's a couple really great options. Matter of fact, I'll show you a few things real quick while we have everything sitting right here. Let's see here. You think I'd be a little bit more organized? Okay, here we go. We have a list of all the individual components that we need to get. Now, because this is going to be just for drag racing for now, and you know, street use, but nothing like, it's not supposed to be fancy. It's going to be utilitarian, and that's the whole feel I want from this vehicle. I don't want it to have like oozing quality of like ride. I want it to be oozing like just menacing. I want it to be a menace. Like Dennis the Menace, except for Wild E. Coyote the Menace. So we need the pedal assembly. I'm going to start looking for one of those. We need a clutch rod, pedal to Z-bar. We have to get the clutch rod boot, which I think what I'll do for a lot of the boots and stuff like that, we might make our own. I know for the boot going on the transmission tunnel, we're going to go ahead and make it out of probably like, I don't know, old pair of jeans or something. We have a Z-bar. I think it's for a B-body. I'll have to double check. We need the frame bracket. I'm probably going to, worst case scenario, modify the one I have. We need the Z-bar service kit. I think the service, the bits and pieces for the Z-bar are in pretty rough shape, so we'll probably have to hunt one of them down. They're not too expensive. The clutch adjustment rods, we need that. We need some type of Hirsch, or some type of shifting mechanism. I know on here it suggests the Hirsch, where did it go? Hirsch 7180 shifter mechanism. So we need something for shifting. The complete linkage kit for the particular vehicle. The floor hump, which we need a whole floor pan, which we'll still need the hump afterwards. And pilot bearing. This has a pilot bearing in it. We're gonna have to pop it out. It was the original bearing that was in the 340 crank that's in there. And originally I was just gonna put the old automatic back on, so they never bothered taking it out of it. So we'll have to remove the old pilot bearing, put a new one in. And you know, there's a lot of other little things we have to, you know, finish up with this thing. Now, I ran this thing off on the ground, which was probably not the safest thing to do, but you know, I took precautions so that it wouldn't go flying. Namely, hooking it up to that 13,000 pound backhoe. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. But we need to do brakes. We need to do, I would like to switch out. I found a 410 gear for the rear end of this thing. So hopefully when this thing is all said and done, not only will we have a much more aggressive rear end, but we'll have a really aggressive manual transmission, and this thing will just be a freaking ball to drive, guys. So that's just a quick update today. We have the 318 back in, and I hope everyone's enjoying the weather while we have it. It's a little chilly today, but also the old 904 transmission, I'm going to scavenge all the bits and pieces out of it because maybe there's some good parts. I know that the housing for it is junk, and you know, save the linkages, things like that. But other than that, you guys have yourselves a glorious afternoon. Remember, as always, keep her shiny side up, hit that subscribe button, and God bless.